Hello everyone, this is Om Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Krishna Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I am taking a lecture on thermodynamics, which is the quick recap of first law of thermodynamics applied to non-flow processes. So far we have seen, or let us discuss some keywords what we have seen. We have discussed what is system, what is state, what is path and point function, what is intensive, and extensive properties, what is process and what is cycle. And with the help of all this, we have discussed about some processes which is transformation of state. So in case of processes or first law of thermodynamics, we have discussed some things, or we have seen first law of thermodynamics, which will be applied to flow process and non-flow process. In case of flow processes, we will see some examples like with the help of steady flow energy equation applied to nozzle, turbine, diffuser, heat exchanger, boiler, pump, condenser, and many more devices. But in case of non-flow process, we will discuss about many of the processes. There are almost infinite number of non-flow processes, but in case of thermodynamics or for the point of view of mechanical engineering, we will discuss few processes which are as following. The processes which we have discussed or which we will discuss in case of thermodynamics is total 5 processes which are constant volume process, which is isobaric, we have discussed these two processes. Isobaric process where pressure is constant. We will see today constant temperature or isothermal process, which is also called as temperature is constant or constant temperature process. Fourth one is isentropic process or constant entropy process. It is also called as constant entropy or reversible adiabatic. It is also called as reversible adiabatic process. Fifth one is polytropic process. It is polytropic process. And one more point which is very much important is all these 5 processes are reversible in nature, reversible processes. All these 5 processes which we are going to discuss, or what we have discussed about constant volume and constant pressure, isobaric and isobaric, all these processes are at or reversible in nature. So today we will discuss isothermal process because we have already seen what is constant pressure process or isobaric or isoporic process. But for a quick recap, we can revise PV and TS diagram for constant pressure and constant volume process. So let us see what is the PV and TS diagram. What is the PV and TS diagram in case of isoporic? Isoporic, that is constant volume, isoporic PV and TS. It is a PV, this is TS diagram. In case of isoporic, that is volume is constant 1 to 2, constant volume, or there is no area covered at this point. V1 is V2, so work done is, or del W is 0 in case of isoporic process. What is TS diagram? TS diagram can be drawn like this, which is 1 to 2, or at two pressure P1 and P2. This is PV and TS diagram in case of isoporic. We will see PV and TS diagram in case of isobaric process. What is PV and TS diagram in case of isobaric, which is this one 1 to 2, or isobaric process. Isobaric process. What is TS diagram in case of constant pressure? P is constant here, or isobaric, that is V1 to V2. So TS diagram will be something like this: 1 to 2. Here it is T1 and here it is T2. So temperature is increasing in case of constant pressure process. Or this is, we can draw all these values in case of constant pressure. But today we will see the constant temperature process or isothermal process. So here we are going to see what is isothermal process. What is isothermal process? So our pattern is, the pattern which we study in case of all the processes are, first of all we will see definition, and then PV-TS diagram. Third one is properties relations, and then work done, heat transfer, change in internal energy, enthalpy change and entropy change. These are the four highlights where we are going to discuss. So first of all we will see definition of constant temperature or isothermal process. So what is the definition of isothermal process? In case of isothermal, what happens? There will be transformation of states, which is called process, and in case of the thermodynamic system, when it is undergoing a constant temperature process, there will be not any change of temperature while undergoing the process or while undergoing the state transformation in case of constant temperature process. Means हम ये कह सकते हैं कि थर्मोडायनेमिक प्रोसेस या फिर एक सिस्टम के अंदर गैसेस का जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होगा वो इस तरीके से हो रहा होगा जहां पर कि प्रोसेस में टेम्परेचर का चेंज नहीं होगा, जब स्टेट का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होगा तब, दैट इज कॉल्ड isothermal process or constant temperature process. Let us see what is PV and TS diagram in case of isothermal process. We will see or we will discuss isothermal process with the help of PV and TS diagram like this: pressure volume, and TS means temperature entropy diagram in case of isothermal. So in isothermal process, what we see is, suppose this is point number 1 or state number 1 and it is transforming from point number 1 to point number 2. This is process or isothermal process, or PV equals to constant. It is also called as isothermal or also called as hyperbolic process. Why it is called a hyperbolic? We will see according to the equation. So it is a hyperbolic process. Here it is V1, this is V2, V1 and V2. This one is pressure 1 and here it is pressure 2. This is PV diagram of constant temperature or isothermal process. Now we will see TS diagram. So in case of constant temperature process, because temperature is constant, so it will have a straight horizontal line from point number 1 to 2. What is point number 1? State 1. This is state 2. When any state gets transferred or transformed, then it is called process. So 1 to 2 is isothermal process or constant temperature process. It is entropy 1 S1 and this is entropy 2, that is S2. So total Q will be derived from this point, that is TDS or total area covered under the TS diagram is called total heat transferred from that particular process. And in case of PV diagram, the total work done is, so far as concerned to the isentropic, isoporic process and isobaric process, we have seen that total work done is the area covered by that process in PV diagram, and heat transfer is total area covered by that particular process in case of TDS diagram. So that is heat transfer, and area covered in case of PdV diagram is the total work done. So here the total work done will be, or del W will be total area covered, that is PdV, that is PdV, or here it is TdS. So area under this TS diagram from 1 to 2 will be heat transfer, or heat change. Here it is total work done. Here it is total work done. Total work done, or this can be also calculated as total area covered by that curve, or from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2, here it is heat transfer, or here it is total work done. So we will calculate what is work done, what is heat transfer, what is enthalpy change, what is entropy change in case of constant temperature process. So let us discuss all the values of all the processes in case of isothermal. So the total work done we have seen in case of first law of thermodynamics, when we are applying in a non-flow process, we have seen that work done 1 to 2, because it is moving from point number 1 to 2, so total work done will be W1 to 2 and heat transfer will be 1 to 2. But before going to W12 and Q12, let us say what is the temperature, volume and pressure relationship in case of isothermal. That is, here it is P1 V1 equals to MR T1, and here it is P2 V2 equals to MR T2. We can apply gas values, or P1 V1 equal to MR T1 or P2 V2 equal to MR T2 at point 1 and 2. So what will happen? Suppose we are dividing P1 V1 upon P2 V2 equals to MR T1 upon MR T2. What will happen? We will see that because MR and MR is constant for both the cases, because whatever mass is getting entered at point 1 is getting exit at point number 2, so mass will be constant, and R will be constant because whatever the gas which is getting entered at point 1, same gas is taking exit at point number 2. So characteristic gas constant will be also constant for that particular fluid or particular gas. So MR is constant, or because it is a constant temperature or isothermal process, temperature will be constant, or T1 and T2 gets cancelled because T1 equal to T2, because it is a isothermal process. So here we can see that P1 V1 upon P2 V2 equals to 1, that is P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, or it is constant, or we can call it as PV equals to constant, because it is a product of pressure and volume, that is two variable. So we can call it as a hyperbolic process. Hyperbolic process. It is a hyperbolic process. Because it is a hyperbolic process, we have mentioned that particularly at this point, or PV equal to constant, hyperbolic. So isothermal process can also be classified and can also be defined as a phenomena of hyperbolic process where PV equals to constant, or product of pressure and volume at all the salient points while it is taking transferred or transformed from 1 to 2 will be constant. So here it is a hyperbolic process. So relation is P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 or PV equals to constant. So now we will discuss what is the work done. So what is work done in case of this process, that is PV equals to constant. Here because PV equals to constant, so pressure will be C upon V, or work done in case of isothermal process is also defined by the cylinder and piston device which is reciprocating from point number 1 to 2 in case of closed cycle. Because here in case of the non-flow processes, what we are saying is there may be a continuity of transfer of heat, but mass will be always constant. Mass cannot taking exchanged from system to surrounding with the help of boundaries. So here it is W12 equals to PdV from point number 1 to 2, or pressure is C upon V. So it is also written as 1 to 2 integral P is C upon V dV. Or on integration, what we will get is C times 1 upon V dV 1 to 2. And because C is constant, which is PV equals to constant. So C is PV or pressure and volume. Further classifying or integrating these values, we can get C times 1 to 2 1 by V dV, that is C ln of V from 1 to 2, or C ln times V2 upon V1. And what is C? C is PV. So we can also write it as equal. So we have seen that in case of constant temperature or isothermal process or hyperbolic process, total work done is W12 equals to P dV, that is integral of 1 to 2, or C upon V dV equals to C times 1 to 2 1 by V dV. On integrating these values, we have got C of 1 to 2 1 by V dV, or C of ln of volume integral from 1 to 2, that is C ln V2 by V1, or C is constant, or this constant is derived at this point, that is product of pressure and volume. So we can replace this constant as PV, that is PV ln of V2 by V1. So in case of constant temperature or isothermal or isobaric or hyperbolic function or hyperbolic process, the total work done may be derived as PV ln times V2 by V1, or PV is also P1 V1 ln of V2 by V1. We have said that P1 V1 equals to constant, or P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. You can also write P1 V1 as P2 V2. There is not significant change while you are writing P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. Now we will see that P1 V1 equals to MR T1. P1 V1 equals to MR T1. So we can replace this P1 V1 with MR T1, or we can get the final equation as MR T1 ln of. So we have seen that total work done is equal to W12, that is PV ln of V2 by V1, or PV is P1 V1 ln of V2 by V1, or P1 V1 may also be derived with the help of P2 V2, because both are equal. P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 because it is hyperbolic process or constant temperature process. So it is P1 V1 ln of V2 by V1, or P1 V1 equals to MR T1 or ideal gas equation, or P1 V1 can be replaced with the help of MR T1 ln of V2 by V1. So total work done in case of the constant temperature process or hyperbolic process or isothermal process is MR T1 ln of V2 by V1, or P2 V2 ln of V2 by V1, or MR T2 ln of V2 by V1. All are said. So now we will see what is the heat transfer, what is the entropy change, what is the enthalpy change, and what is internal energy change in case of constant temperature process. So far we have seen is W122 equals to P1 V1 ln of V2 by V1, or also you can replace it as P1 V1 ln of P2 by V1. Why? Because P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. So V1 or V2 by V1 will be P1 by P2, or so that is V2 by V1 equals to P1 by P2. It is P1 by P2. V2 by V1 equals to P1 by P2. So total work done in case of constant temperature process may be written as W12 equals to P1 V1 ln of V2 by V1 equals to P1 V1 ln of, in terms of pressure it is P1 upon P2. So one thing you should keep into your mind is, in case of volume it is V2 by V1, but in case of pressure it is P1 by P2, because P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 that is constant in case of hyperbolic process. Now we will see what is the change of internal energy. Du is Cv dt, because it is a constant temperature process, so there will be not change of temperature at point number 1 and point number 2, because temperature will be constant at point 1 as well as point number 2. So it is 0. What will be the change of enthalpy? dH, it is Cp dt or Cv dt, whatever it may be. dt is constant here. So total value will be 0. What will be the change of heat from 1 to 2? It is derived by 1 to 2 mCp dt, that is from 1 to 2 mCp dt, or Q is total. You can also call it as, in case of this constant temperature process, del Q will be equal to del U plus del W, or because it is 0, so del Q will be equal to del W. In short recap, so del Q will be equal to del W, or del W is P1 V1 ln of V2 by V1, or P1 V1 ln of P1 by P2, or MR P1 ln of V2 by V1, or P1 by P2. So this is the formula for heat transfer. So in case of isothermal process, del Q is equal to del W, and in case of isobaric process, or in case of isochoric process, we have seen what values are equivalent to each other. So here, thank you guys. I have tried a lot to give a total recap of what is the processes, what is system, kinds of system, what is intensive extensive properties, what is the transformation of states, what are those processes which we are going to study in case of flow process, or that is applied to the first law of thermodynamics. Thank you. Thanks a lot.